Hello everyone, and welcome to what I assume is going to be the last Caramia route video. So give me a minute. There we are. Gotta pull up the guide real quick, because we are missing the true route, and I'm gonna make sure that the route that we take is versus Kiri, because I like that. There we are. I wanna see the angst. In truth, it's the only reason we're here, isn't it? It's for angst. Ah, shoot. I'd have had this video up earlier, but I'll decide myself, thank you. I think I've been naming myself Bunny, right? It's been a long time. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, no, I've been working on schoolwork, working on stuff, engaged. So, there's been a lot going on. Let's see. I just wanted to spend some time with you. So we saw all this already. I think when we did our initial playthrough, we actually saw a lot of the extra scenes, if I remember correctly. So it should... I think I did a little bit of save scumming, but not entirely too much. Wait, hold on. No, not auto. It only skips red things, right? Red only. Okay, good, good, good. I was a little worried for a second because I had just naturally assumed. What if only you showed me around? Nah, JK. But what if? Do our boy again. So that's... We are now at week 2. I want to go with you. Oh, that was some weird discordant music, but it's fine. It'll be fine. Also, my throat has been getting worse. So, I'm gonna try to keep it to a dull roar here with my voice. At one point I had strep. It was not a good time. But we're almost finished here with this game. And I think it's the progress in the game is based on the collections of the graphic images, the little... They're called CGs in the menu. You please. Okay. Okay, I'll be more careful. Yes, please do. You have to. But you know, I'm really glad you didn't get hurt. Axel got all beat up, though. I was talking about you, Signorina. Getting injured is practically part of his job. He'll be fine. He will. He will be very fine. I wouldn't really deserve my position if a guest stepped in to save him and lost her life. I'm really glad nothing happened. Caramia? Oh, Miss Bunny. Hello, Mr. Kiri. Why are you here? What do you want? Excuse you? I don't want anything. Didn't I tell you we had a meeting this afternoon? Oh, sorry. I think you did mention that. Please pull yourself together, you idiot lion. We'll talk to you later, Signorina. I need to borrow Caramia for a bit, Miss Bunny. Okay, bye then. This is just after the whole bit with the stuff. So what's going on with the punishment for violating the compromise? It all went off without a hitch. Well, maybe not everything. What do you mean? It appears that Axel has violated his ban on sweets. He did? Compromise aside, he's not the type to break the rules. Well, it happened because I switched the salt and sugar. On purpose? Oh yes, of course. Now, you know... What do you say? How shall I punish him? You won't. But why? Axel has ignored your order, has he not? Don't lie because you instigated it. No punishment for violating an order. My, I don't understand you at all. That's my line. They're so cute. They're so cute. Time to tear them apart because of all of them. Yep. I think this next part is where they launch into the part about the beauty pageant. Sorry, I forgot entirely what it was called. Whoop. Thank you very much. Obviously. Whew. I think there's one other CG that I'm missing, and I might be missing it because of one of these triangle routes. Is cheese really so tasty that Mr. Caramia wants it this badly? Is that cheese really so tasty? See? It's so delicious it's not even funny. It's very rich. If you melt it, you can stretch it this far. Look, 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 look. This far. Caramia opened his arms as far as he could. He beamed at her, watching her eyes go wide with amazement. Come to think of it, you've been with us for a while, but you've never gotten to eat any, have you? Alright, we're having a cheese party tonight. You can eat all you like. Can I skip? Yeah, okay. Pancakes, please. Pardon me. Approaching week 6 now. I don't have too much to comment on. And I'm, again, trying to not ruin my throat. I have no idea what we're doing after this. Like, I assume I'll do Wizards X Warlocks a bit more. Because it makes me laugh. And that's the only reason. But, like... I don't know. That's good. I guess, like, I've wanted to bring on my fiance so that we could start doing videos together, because he's been interested in doing it. And I've wanted to replay on the channel something that, like a game that I started watching a different YouTuber play, who is, no longer a cool person. Wasn't ever really a cool person, but now it's common knowledge that they're not a cool person. So... I'm kind of interested in replaying it and recording it with my fiance so that there's like another person there to get like a unique first playthrough experience while I'm sitting there enjoying one of my favorite visual novels. Uh-oh. I don't remember where I was in the guide. There we are. Okay, cool. Sorry. I started talking and forgot where I was in the guide. Okay. We're approaching week 10. Yeah, we got a lot of the answers right. I don't really have to say too much this time. That's fine. I'm gonna save my voice for recording the final in a bit. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be one of those things where it's like, Dorothy regains her personality and, spoiler alert to everyone. Oh shit. Fuck, hold on. I guess you're right. If you never threw anything away, your room would be full in no time. See, I know that, but it's still really hard. He crouched down again, poking at the base of the fire with an iron poker. He's burning books to get rid of them because he couldn't figure out that donating the books or creating a library in town would be a good idea. Bunny followed suit. Makes me feel kind of sad after I've decided to get rid of them. Do you regret burning them? A little, I guess. Rereading a book brings back memories of the things I was doing or thinking the last time I read it. Even if you already know how it ends, the story seems different. I guess that's one of the great things about reading in general. I think also, to tag on to this, rereading things in general, like, you pick up on a lot more things in the middle of it. Like rereading the visual novel, or like rereading, actual books. and rewatching shows and stuff like that, you pick up on a lot more details that you missed or didn't think were important the first time. Once you get rid of them, you lose that. You have to push your memories out of the way to take in new information, and eventually you lose some of them. The thought just makes me kind of sad. Mr. Caramia. That said, I already explained why I can't keep them in my room indefinitely. Thanks for giving me the chance to clean up, Bunny. The potatoes smell delicious already. Actually, I think they're just about done. This is all red. And this is all red. Okay, cool. Obviously. So after this, we're in week 13. We're almost there. This might wind up being a short video. I say, before the ending opens up and we have so many wild things happening. Good point. We are discussing the fondue party, I think. And then Caesar shows up and no one is scared. Yep, that's right. So we're doing week 14. Gosh, we really did get a lot of this right, huh? Can I depend on you, Mr. Caramia? When you said you'd protect me just now, it made me feel really relieved. At ease, even. When you're with me, I have nothing to fear. I've depended on you for so much already, but is it okay if I keep on depending on you? Oh, of course. You're more than welcome to. I feel at ease when you're by my side, after all. Really? Oh, I didn't mean anything weird by that. It's just like, I guess I'm glad I can keep my eye on you, you know what I'm saying? In other words, you want us to stay together. I guess both of us are more comfortable around each other. See, maybe that's it. I'm sure it is. Now, have I seen this one? Yeah, I've seen this one. Okay, cool. I have no idea how the secret hints work. I want to help. But for the big finale, I'm thinking something is definitely going to happen and Dorothy regains her memories. And maybe they'll all wind up together. Because that would be good and happy. But if we're doomed to be sad, I think she's just probably going to wind up watching. I really can't wait. If you're busy, it'll come before you know it. Busy? Oh, I meant me, as one of the men of mafiosa running it. You're always working until really late every night, Mr. Caramia. Please don't collapse or anything, okay? I'm fine. I may get sick easily, but I'm pretty tough when it comes to this sort of thing. Plus, there's this nice girl who makes sure I get some fresh air every so often. I'll be fine. I want to make sure you'll have fun at the festival, so just sit tight and think of a wish. Okay. What have you wished for in the past, Mr. Caramia? Me? Good question. I forget. Forget? I think about it a little every year, but I'm too busy to really give it a lot of thought. I'm occupied with less pleasant things, so I can't really remember what I wished for. But I'm happy now. Maybe my wish came true? You're happy? See, I'm very blessed to be able to spend my time like this. But aren't you busy with the festival this year? See, about as much as I usually am. Then why not think of a wish now? No. Yes, that way even if you forget it, I'll remember. I could even make your wish for you. I see. Thinking about it now, huh? No, I'm good. I'll give it some proper thought this year. I appreciate the sentiment though, Signorina. Let's head back to the mansion. Is this... Yeah, okay, cool. So the whole bit with the meteor shower happens. He gets very busy, runs off, we're by ourselves a lot. It's over, he comes back and finds us, and we confess. And he's super excited, and we're all excited. Everyone's excited. And then the weirdness sets in where he's the Don and we're no one. Signorina, do you have a moment? Mr. Caramia, I was about to head out shopping. Would you care to join me? Yes, I'd love to. Yes, I'd love to. Nice answer. I'd expect no less from my Signorina. This being my first time asking you out on a date, I was kind of nervous that you'd turn me down. Date? See, well, it's a little of both a date and an errand. I really would have liked to ask you out on a proper date, but it's hard to make time for that sort of thing in my position. I'll take you somewhere nice someday. For now, though, I hope you can accept this little shopping date. Okay. That's cute. How many places did we need to go again? Wow, there sure are a lot. Right? He really runs the people who help him ragged. He? Are we running an errand for Mr. Kiri? Well, of course. He's the only one who can order me around like that. You sure have it rough, Mr. Caramia. I sure do. So first on the list... Oh, sir. That's the woman everyone's been talking about. Everyone's been talking about me? Mr. Yudai mentioned her. It seems that spring is in the air for our Dawn. Spring is in the air. I'm gonna get him for this. Please drop by our shop. You can have something on the house to celebrate. No thanks. We're in a hurry. Let's get going, Bunny. Okay. That feel when you're a celebrity, when you go every place, but you just want to fucking go out. Not saying that I have that feeling, but my fiance has a very memorable voice and knows half of the people in this town. And it's a big town. I am a recluse who would like to know no one, if that's okay. Man, those guys. They're making such a fuss over something that doesn't even concern them. Doesn't it just show how much they love you, Mr. Caramia? They're happy for you. See, I guess you're right. And I'm glad for it, but it gets a little more complicated when I think about how they must be making you uncomfortable. Uncomfortable? Me? Going out in public and just wanting to go buy potatoes and getting recognized? Uncomfortable? See, the romantic partner of a mafia don is special, in both a good and a bad sense. All that extra attention might put you in danger. Of course, I'm doing all I can to make sure that doesn't happen. I did confess my feelings for you in the middle of the festival, so I figured it'd get around sooner or later, but this is faster than I thought. I see what you're saying, but to be honest, I'm happy. Happy? Yes, I guess it feels kind of like it's official or something. Just makes it feel real. I'm not really sure how to put it. Like we're really a couple. It makes me happy. Signorina. Am I being too positive? Maybe a bit. But I don't mind. I like your boundless positivity after all. Ms. Bunny, could you spare a moment? What is it, Mr. Curie? Apparently you tagged along on my errands the other day. I wanted to thank you. Errands? Oh, you mean the shopping. Don't worry about it. I had fun on my date. Oh, I see. The two of you are dating. It seems to have completely slipped my mind. Silly me. But I have some information for you. Information? Indeed. I intend to tell you about Caramia's preferences. Oh. Okay. You may be lovers now, but it's not as if you know everything about him yet. Are you sure that's a good idea? Are you sure? Are you sure? Huh. Are you sure that's a good idea? Why do you ask? I'm just not sure I like the idea of someone else telling me what he likes. I think it's better if I pick up on his preferences on my own, or if he tells me himself. Are you rejecting my ever so kind offer? Oh, I didn't mean it like that. Then forget all that and listen. This is important, okay? Mr. Caramia. Well, you certainly look like you're in a good mood. Did something nice happen to you? Yes, here, this is a present for you. For me? Grazie, signorina. Mind if I open it now? Please do. Oh. Signorina, why this? Mr. Kiri told me this was something you liked. That bastard. Would you have preferred another fragrance? No, it's not that. I don't mind this one, but Baths and I just don't really agree, I guess you could say. You don't agree with baths? See, I just don't do well if I get wet. It makes me feel all gross, like my skin's crawling. Maybe you're just staying in too long? No, I mean, I wash enough not to bother other people. I do, but... Signorina, what's with the intense glare? Mr. Caramia, you're getting a bath right now. Huh? Soaking in the tub feels wonderful. You say it doesn't agree with you? Well, we can't have that. I'll help you get used to it. No, I'm fine like this. Let's go. No, stop. Okay. Signorina, you look tired. Were you up late last night? No, I wasn't. Then is the book putting you to sleep? That one shouldn't be too dull. Sorry. You don't have to apologize. I've fallen asleep with my nose in the book more times than I can count. Please do not ever. Okay. Come over here. Big brother Caramia will lend you his lap. I love it when a man I'm dating refers to himself as Big Brother. I'm almost more comfortable with him calling himself Daddy. By a smidge. Huh? Are you sure? Of course I'm sure. We are close after all. Go on. Well, as long as I'm not getting in your way. Cuddling with you is much more interesting than any book, Signorina. Your hair is so soft. Maybe it's because, unlike you, I bathe every day. Oh, come on. I'm putting in more of an effort now. I don't want you to do that to me again. I like you better clean. Well, that's a low blow. A low blow? See, how can I not bathe when you put it like that? I don't want you to hate me. Mr. Caramia. Back when I was a lion, I wasn't in the habit of bathing. Lions are all covered in fur, you know. It feels gross when it gets wet. I've never gotten over my aversion to it. He shrugged, looking her in the eye. But I'm a different person now. I have to get over it sometime. I'll take small steps to get used to it. I'll get over my aversion to baths. Mr. Caramia. Baby steps, okay? Please don't throw me in the tub again like that. I immediately thought of Fuki just absolutely decking Caramia into the bathtub. Okay. Difficult to imagine. Fuka, sorry. Is that right? That's gotta be it. ... do I skip? No. Mr. Caramia seems so busy. Oh, Bunny, when did you get here? I just got here. I knocked, but I guess you didn't notice? Oh, sorry about that. Did you need something? No, not really. Really? Well, don't hold back on my account. I'm fine, really. Keep up the good work, Mr. Caramia. Oh. Signorina. I don't think I can invite him out for some fun given the mood. It's Sunday too, but I guess that's how things are when you're the Dawn. You must be quite lonesome to be playing concentration all by yourself. Mr. Kiri, Axel. She looked up and found Kiri standing in front of her. He was looking down at her with a quizzical expression, while Axel just seemed puzzled. Don't look at me like that. Very well, we shall join you. Huh? I'm saying Axel and I will help relieve your boredom. Why am I involved? I don't see the problem. You don't have anything to do anyways. Just as the card game they were playing was starting to become heated, Bunny's world was plunged into darkness. Guess who? She felt warm hands on her eyelids. The sound of the voice she loved brought a smile to her face. Mr. Caramia, of course. You got it. Very good. Playing cards? Wanna join us? Oh, are you sure? Yes, if you have time, of course. It happens I do have time. I just finished up all my work. I have nothing else to do today. Then you can take it easy. See, though we only have a few hours left in our Sunday. I wish I could spend more time with you. Mr. Caramia. Now you two, don't forget that Axel and I are here too. Sorry about this. Since we've got 4 people here, why don't we make it a team match? Team match? Indeed. What about Caramia and Bunny versus Axel and myself? I refuse. Are you so confident that you think you could beat the 3 of us on your own, Axel? That just seems a little reckless. Why 3 against 1? I just don't want to be partnered with you, Kiri. Oh, but wouldn't it be just tragic to split the lovebirds up? Behave. Is that an order? I wouldn't mind making it one. Fine. It seems we're in agreement. Now, why don't we begin this friendly game? Alright, let's do our best, Signorina. Okay. Huh? Oh, I'm so sorry. It seems Axel and I have won. Ah, we lost. We were so close, too. I'm sorry, Signorina. No, it's my fault for underestimating them. I think it's mostly Kiri's fault for being such a child. What are you insinuating, Axel? We're teammates, you should be happy. With how experienced you are at gambling, you didn't really have to take the game so seriously. You could have gone a little easy on them. I always take my card games seriously. That's one of the rules of this familia, isn't it? Don't you think it a bit rude to go easy on your superiors? See, he's right. It pains me to say it, but I lost fair and square. Yes, what wonderfully sportsmanlike behavior. I'd expect no less from our Don. Now, what sort of punishment shall we give the losers? Punishment? Signorina, did you ever agree to that? No, I did not. This is correct, because I made the decision. I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, for fuck's sake. As punishment, I want the losers to kiss. Huh? Kiri. I don't see the problem. It's not as if we're forcing them. They're lovers. A kiss or two is nothing. Nothing? What do you think, Signorina? The guide says let's do it. So here we go. Let's do it, Mr. Caramia. Are you sure you want to do it here? Can we please stop referring to the kiss as it? Because that's... well, I guess being... Oh my god. Okay. Well, I guess being watched is a little embarrassing, but maybe we could ask Mr. Kiri to give us some privacy? Let's just get it over with before things get even more complicated. Okay. And then a big ol' smoocherino happens. Axel, I wish you'd stop sighing like that. It makes it painfully obvious that your factory seal has never been broken. Oh my god. Don't talk about me like that. Don't talk about my penis's factory seal like that. We're just gonna completely ignore that happened. I wonder if Mr. Caramia is working now. I hope he doesn't push himself too hard. May I ask you something about Miss Bunny? Huh? She heard her own name uttered inside the office just as she placed her hand on the doorknob. Threw her mind off balance and her heart began to race. Me? What are they talking about? What do I like about Bunny? Yes. What exactly was it that drew you to her? I want to know. Oh well, everything, I guess. Can you really not tell that wasn't the kind of answer I was looking for?
すまない。そうだな。どことなくお嬢さんって似てるんだよな。
Sorry, well,
すごく懐かしい匂いがする。
there's just something about her. She has this very familiar scent.
匂いね。
Scent, huh? A reminder for those of you who have watched the rest of the videos that Kiri is the one who remembers.
あ、お嬢さんが臭いって言ってるんじゃないからな。そこんとこ誤解すんなよ。
Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying she smells or anything, okay?
バカライオンに指摘されなくてもそれぐらい察することはできます。
I don't need your help to come to that conclusion on my own.
そうか？お前って俺の言ったことを拡大して溶かしてねじ曲げた状態で言いふらすとこあるだろ。なんか心配だ。
Really? You sure like to twist my words and blow them out of proportion. I'm kind of worried. Familiar. Who exactly do I remind him of? Okay, cool. We got this set up right. I'm gonna pop a quick save so that if bad things happen, it's sitting right there. Do I resemble someone? He'd said that she had a familiar scent. Someone from his past. Someone Mr. Caramia loved in the past. Bunny didn't have a past. Even if something had happened in his past, there wasn't anything she could say. There was a cloud hanging over her head, and it showed no signs of clearing up. Maybe I should ask him. She was afraid of what the answer might be, but she couldn't just forget about it. I want to be a proper couple. I want to get this figured out so we can move forward. Atta girl. I'll go ask Mr. Caramia. Mr. Caramia, are you up? Signorina, what do you need so late? Can't sleep? No, it's not that. So, in this instance, the guide says we need to talk. And I feel like that is the worst. The worst thing you can say in this instance is we need to talk. But because the guide is true and correct, we will click we need to talk. We need to talk. Talk about what? Her mouth suddenly felt dry. The words caught in her throat. Should I even mention it? He wrapped her arms around her as she hesitated, unable to summon the courage to speak. What's with that face? Did you have a nightmare? Did you come to see me because you had a bad dream? He stroked her gently as if comforting a small child. I'm sure I'll feel better if I just say it. So I'll just say it. Do I look like someone? Caramia stopped his caresses and brought his hand to his chest. He was clearly flustered. Signorina, where did you... Did Kiri tell you? No. Don't tell me you overheard us talking. I see. Could you, stop doing that? That was something only meant for Kiri's ears. I would have told you if I wanted you to hear it. So why didn't you tell me? Well, Are you using me as some kind of replacement for someone else?
お嬢さんにも知られたくないことは一つぐらいあるだろう。俺もそうだ。恋人だからといって全てを晒すことはできない。
I'm sure you have some things you'd prefer to keep to yourself. Well, I have a few things like that too. I can't reveal everything just because we're in a relationship. I'm just not... Are you using me? Fuck. Fade to black is, that escalates into a terribly uncomfortable conversation. That gets nowhere and we just wind up angry at each other. Because we started with, we need to talk. Sets the wrong tone for an argument. How did things end up like this? Why did I have to mention it? It was just one little thing, one little question. One little crack that opened a gaping hole in her heart. It was suffocating. I haven't really talked to Caramia since then. Maybe I should apologize. But what would she even apologize for? Eavesdropping? Even if she were to apologize for it, she wouldn't be able to erase what she'd heard. It'd just keep on bothering her. What am I supposed to do? The moment she let out a big sigh, she felt a hand come down on her shoulder. Women look so beautiful when they're fretting about something. I can't say I object to the way your face looks right now. Mr. Kiri. Whatever is the matter? Is your stomach upset? No, I even ate plenty this morning. Now that you mention it, you were stuffing your face with food like you were on some kind of stress binge. Well, what seems to be the trouble? I'm not sure talking to Mr. Kiri about it is going to change anything. This was an issue between her and Caramia. Kiri had nothing to do with it. But Mr. Caramia... That was something only meant for Kiri's ears. I would have told you if I had wanted you to hear it. He said that topic was meant for Mr. Kiri's ears only. Maybe Mr. Kiri does know something. I would argue that he's the only one who knows anything around here. I see. So that's what it was. Kiri listened to everything Bunny had to say. It seemed like this would be a very long conversation, so he reached for his tea again. But the contents of his teacup had already gone cold. There is a woman Caramia has been hung up on for ages. Huh? There was a woman with us long ago. He can't forget her. It's pathetic and silly, don't you think? If you're going to forget something, forget it completely. This vague partial memory stuff, it's frustrating, to say the least. Mr. Kiri? Oh, my apologies. That has nothing to do with this conversation. It's just a pet peeve of mine. Everyone has a first love. Even if Caramia happens to be your first, you aren't his. You just happen to have some qualities that are similar to someone from his past. That's all it is. Gotta imagine that conversation sucked. There's someone Mr. Caramia has been hung up on for ages. She couldn't get Kiri's words out of her mind. They echoed in her thoughts morning, noon, and night. It was as if they were manacles, binding her in place, as the distance between herself and Caramia kept slowly but steadily growing. She was unable to free herself of those bonds on her own, despite how keenly aware of them she was. She simply resigned herself as the days continued to pass by. It's your turn next. Huh? Poker. Did you forget we were playing? Oh, sorry. I'll hold. Me too. That ends the round. I have a pair. What about you? Same. I didn't think you had anything. Same here. Oh well. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna lose next time. Ah, what? You're hanging out with Axel today? Oh! Caramia addressed him on his way to get a drink. I feel like I haven't heard Mr. Caramia's voice in ages. As unsettled as her feelings might have been, she was still happy to hear him speak to her. She sat up straight and tall, forcing her feelings aside as she frantically gathered her words. I'm trying to avenge our loss in the card game the other night. Would you like to join us, sir? I think I'll pass. I have a pile of work waiting for me in the office. Good night, Bunny. Staying up too late is bad for your health, so don't get too carried away, okay? Okay. Huh. Miss Bunny, are you in? Mr. Curie? So you are here after all. You've certainly been spending a lot of time in your room as of late. What on earth are you doing in there? The notion of someone from whom the closest thing to a job is doing the laundry becoming a shut-in isn't a particularly funny one. So would you care to join me on an outing? That's the wrong button. Okay. Join you? Indeed, I'll even tip you if you carry my bags. Oh, so that's what you're after. I don't know. What is there to worry about? It's not as if you had anything in particular to do in here, did you? Huh? Let me guess, you want to know how I know that? Anyone would be able to tell just by looking at your face. You'll simply wither away in the shade. You need to get some sun on occasion, too. You're a flower, after all. Creepy man called us a flower. Creepy pervert man called us a flower. Next, we'll go this way. Oh no, that way perhaps. Mr. Curie. But I'd hate to have to skip that shop. I know, we'll go there. Excuse me, Mr. Curie. Whatever is the matter, Miss Bunny? My hands are completely full. I can't carry any more than this. Oh, now that's not true. Those are all very light items. They may be light, but I can't exactly hold more than one ice cream cone per hand. Could it wait until we finish eating these? I'm not sure I can do that. I'm a light eater after all. I rarely consume anything I buy. Everything I buy, pardon me. Then why are you buying all this? Because today's the last day of the ice cream event. All the ice cream shops from in and around town gather to determine who has the best product. It would be a grave mistake not to partake. If it were merely a question of stomach capacity, Axel probably would have been a better choice of companion, but I'd rather die than spend the day alone with another man eating ice cream. So why don't we test the limits of your stomach's capacity? But Why? No need to be so angry now. Eat. He shoved the cone of soft serve into her mouth. Oh, you're doing quite well, even with both hands full. And now I have another free hand. Now, let's buy something else. Oh, please wait for me, Mr. Curie. So, wasn't that a nice change of pace? I'm completely exhausted, but yes, thank you. I haven't laughed and shouted so much in ages. It was a lot of fun. Curie narrowed his eyes, satisfied with her answer. Did you manage to forget Caramia, even for a moment? Well, I'm sorry. That was a loaded question. It's a bad habit of mine. I just love the face you make when you're uncomfortable. Oh, Mr. Curie, you really are a meanie. Perhaps I am, but it's not so bad, is it? If nothing else, I enjoy spending time with you, and I'd like it if you felt the same way. Why are you being so nice to me? Isn't it obvious? You're a dear guest of Familiar Oz, after all. Oh, perhaps I should say you were a guest. You're our Don's lover now. At any rate, you're quite important to us. And you are rather a special person, in my estimation. We're Speckle. Thank you for today, and thank you for walking me to my room. Well, it is rather late. I'd hate for something to happen to you on your way back. The cottage isn't far from the main house. You're such a worrywart. Let me repay you someday. Repay me? Well, why don't you repay me right now instead of someday? Huh? For you to flush scarlet from a mere kiss on the forehead, you must have a very childlike relationship with Caramia. Hey, Miss Bunny, wouldn't you consider dumping that lout Caramia and throwing your lot in with me instead? Huh? I'm quite fond of you, you know. You're not particularly disinterested in me, are you? I can't say that my romantic history is particularly clean, but I can assure you that I won't be using you as a replacement for some past girl like Caramia. I swear that I would treasure you. But you're kidding, right? Am I? Good night, and sweet dreams. Okay. Good night, Mr. Curie. Oh, this is Mr. Curie's handkerchief. I forgot to give it back to him. Maybe I should give it back to him tomorrow. Maybe. Mr. Curie. What about Curie? Mr. Caramia. I have a little something I'd like to talk to you about. May I join you in your room? Something to talk to me about.
お嬢さんは俺よりもキリエの方がいいのか。
Do you prefer Kiri to me? Huh?
今日一緒に出かけてただろ。夕食を外で済ませてしまうぐらい遅くまで。
You went out together today, didn't you? You were out late enough to have had dinner. Well,
俺だけ見てろってのは無理な話だ。仕事だなんだってそばについててやれないしな。
I know I can't force you to look only at me.
外と出かけるなら
I know I can't be with you when I have to work. But couldn't you at least tell me before you go out with another man? Even if I had tried to tell you, you've been ignoring me. You know, I had something I wanted to ask you too. I wanted to talk to you, but you wouldn't talk to me. I waited and waited, and you didn't even say a word to me. It really hurt. But Kiri explained it to me. He told me that there was someone you had really cared about and that you were pretending I was her. It must be hard to come out and say that, but That bastard. Mr. Caramia? Oh shit. Oh fuck. Kiri. What's all the commotion about? Don't play dumb. How dare you say that to Bunny? What did I say to Miss Bunny? Oh, you mean about yourself? I simply spoke the truth. No reason to threaten me over that. Who else could have told me about how you were drawn to her because of her familiar scent but you, Caramia? Am I mistaken? That was for your ears only. The Signorina has nothing to do with it. How cruel to exclude her like that. And to think she was drawn to you for your own merits. The way you said it, you might as well have been talking about a prostitute. Is that really how shallow your feelings are? How dare you? Mr. Caramia, please don't fight. Don't stop me, Bunny. If he hadn't said that he... Thanks to Mr. Kira, I understand what's going on now. I'm not confused anymore, and it's all because of him. I understand why someone like you would have ever been attracted to me. So, please don't raise a hand against Mr. Kiri. Exactly. Even your beloved Signorina agrees. Could you let go of my collar now? You should thank her for protecting you. Mr. Caramia. What a relief. I was about to be eaten by a raging wild animal. Well, you were trying to upset him. Please don't hold it Please don't hold it against me. I'm just desperate to get my hands on something I want. Something you want? I announced my intentions before, didn't I? Abandon Caramia and be mine. You weren't joking. I'm quite serious. I'm rather fond of you, so much so that I want to steal you away from Caramia. There's no law dictating that you must marry your first partner. Please don't forget that. Yay. I love implying that we have sex around here when we're really just very embarrassed about forehead kisses. Is this intercourse? Huh?
ごめん、何度も訪ねてきてさ。責めたり怒ったりしない。このまま扉越しでいいから。
I'm sorry for coming by so often. I won't get mad or anything. I'll even just talk through the door. Just listen.
キリエがお嬢さんにどう言ったのかは知らないが。
I don't know what Kiri told you.
お嬢さんに懐かしい人の面影を重ねてる。
But it is true that you resemble someone I miss very much.
忘れたくなかったはずなのに、こぼれ落ちた思い出。その断片に残る懐かしい匂いの記憶。お嬢さんといると、なぜだろうな、それらを感じるんだ。
She wasn't someone I wanted to forget, but my memories are foggy at best. The memory of that familiar scent is one of the only pieces I have of her. For some reason, when I'm with you, you just remind me of her.
でも、そのことに気づいたのはごく最近なんだ。出会った時も、告白した時も全く気づかなくて。
But it's something I noticed only recently.
気にすることもなかった。
It wasn't something I was aware of when we first met, or when I told you how I felt about you. I may have noticed it, but it wasn't something I really paid much attention to.
俺から見たら、お嬢さんが好きな理由の一つに過ぎなくて。でもそれは、お嬢さんにとっては不快なことなのだろうな。
At most, it's just another reason I like you, as far as I'm concerned. But that must make you feel uncomfortable.
そう考えると、言いづらくて、言い出せなかった。
It was hard for me to talk about, so I didn't mention it.
どうか、これだけは分かってほしい。誰かの代わりとしてお嬢
I
さ
just
んを好
wanted
き
you
になったわけじ
to
ゃない。
know that I didn't fall in love with you because you reminded me of someone else. I love you for you.
お嬢さんが思う気持ちはずっと変わってない。これからも変わらないだろう。
My feelings for you haven't changed, and they won't change.
だが、お嬢さんには選ぶ権利がある。一緒にいてほしいという俺のわがままを押し付けるつもりはない。
But you have the right to choose, Signorina. I'm not going to selfishly push you to stay with me.
どうする？
Ah!
お嬢さんが決めてくれ。
Absolutely rammed my entire hand against the desk. I want you to decide how we proceed. What do I want? Do I want Mr. Caramia or Mr. Kiri? Mr. Caramia, are you awake? I'm happy the way things are. If you just listen.
お嬢さんが良くても許可できない。廊下じゃ話が周りに丸聞こえだ。部屋に入ってくれ。
I can't permit you to continue like this. Anyone could overhear our conversation out in the hall. Please come inside. Okay.
訪ねてきたってことは気持ちの整理がついたのか。
I'm assuming you're coming by because you've decided how you feel. Yes. I love you, Mr. Caramia. I don't have memories or a past, so I was a little surprised to hear I resembled someone. All I have are my memories since coming to this town. I don't know anything about your past, so it made me anxious. I wondered if you might be using me to replace someone.
それは
Well, I know, you told me that wasn't what was happening, but now I kind of think, does it even matter if I become a replacement for someone you loved?
お嬢さん。
Signorina. You took me in even though I wasn't anyone special. Considering all you've done for me, I figured it might be nice if I could serve some purpose to you.
違う。 そんな考えはしてほしくない。
No, I don't want you to think like that.
お嬢さんはファミリーの大事なゲストだ。もてなすのはボスとしての義務。
You're a very important guest of our familia. It's my duty as the Dawn of this familia to show you hospitality. My feelings don't come into play.
お嬢さんは恩義があるから俺のそばにいるっていうのか。
Are you staying with me out of obligation, Signorina? No.
俺もそうだ。見返りに付き合ってくれと言っているわけじゃない。
Well, I feel the same way.
心からお嬢さんのことが好き。
I don't want you to be with me because you feel like you owe me something. I just love you from the bottom of my heart.
打算で誰かを好きになってもそれは恋じゃない。理屈では誰も愛せない。
If you love someone for some calculated reason, that's not real love. You can't love someone with reason and logic.
心配するな。お嬢さんが思ってる以上にお嬢さんは俺の支えになってる。
Her hand is so small.
お嬢さんにとってそんな存在だけど。
Such a small hand. Don't worry. You support me more than you realize. And I want to be there for you in the same way.
大好きだ。俺だけのお嬢さん。
I love you, my precious Signorina.
おや、おはようございます、お二人とも。
Oh, good morning, Caramia, Miss Bunny.
仲良く並んでいらっしゃるということは、私の入る隙はもうないということですね。
You two seem thick as thieves. I guess there's no space for me to slip in. Mr. Kiri.
よかったですね、カラミア。これで過去を気にすることなく、堂々と付き合えるじゃないですか。
Well, isn't that just wonderful, Caramia? Now you can just forget about the past and date your heart out.
衝突もありましたが、それを乗り越えてこそ愛は深まるものです。
You had a little bump in the road, but now that you've overcome it, your love should be even stronger. It's a good thing, don't you agree?
はい。まさかこの展開を計算してたのか？
You're not insinuating that you planned this, are you?
そうだとしたらどうします？
What would you do if I said you did? Not believe you and think you're just covering because you lost?
どうするって。終わったことはどうにもできない。
What would I do? Well, you already did it. There's not really anything I can do at this point.
はい。この世界にあるあらゆるものを逆さにしたって過去は覆らないのですから。
Yes, you may be able to go against everything else in the world, but you can't change the past.
生産して前を向いて歩く。これが正しい未来への進み方です。
You can merely make your careful calculations and soldier on forward for a proper future. Miss Bunny, I wish you the best of luck with our idiot lion. Thank you.
ボスの恋人とコンシリエールとで
Let's do our best to train this wild
猛獣
animal.
調教。
What?
おい、猛獣って俺のことを言ってるんじゃないだろうな。
Hey, wild animal? You're not talking about me, are you?
あらあら、自分のことだと確信できないとは、やはりバカはバカですね。馬に鹿にライオンに賑やかな頭で結構なことです。
My, you don't even have confidence in yourself. You really are an idiot. I know turning all those gears in your little head is a lot to expect for a dumb lion like yourself. Thank you for coming, Signorina. Please have a seat. Is this the, It is! If you'll have me, there we go. This is the bit where, Hamlin comes into play. It really has been ages since I was last in this church.
お嬢さんが来るずっと前、この教会で事件があって、
It was long before you
それ
showed
以来
up.
なんとなく遠ざけてた。
There was an incident at this church. Ever since then, I've made a point to avoid it. So this would be Robin Hood's wedding that we're talking about, probably. Incident?
悲しくて辛い事件だった。
Say,
多くの血が流れ
it was a terrible, tragic incident. Much blood was shed and the town fell into chaos. I tried to stop it, but the bitter memories welling up made him stop speaking. He flashed an awkward smile when he saw how she was gazing at him patiently, waiting for him to continue his story.
惨劇は二度と起こさせない。俺が必ず守る。
I won't let it happen again.
お嬢さんもな。
I will keep both you and this town safe. I'm a member of this familia now, too. Let's protect everyone together from here on.
あ、そうだな。二人で守っていこう。
Say, that's right. We'll do it together. Okay. Now we're in our blue outfit. Well, good night. Mr. Caramia, could you stay just a while longer? Signorina. If we say goodbye now, we won't see each other until tomorrow night. I just want to be with you a little longer. Just 10 minutes is more than enough. I just want to stay near you. Oh. What if I asked to spend the night? What would you say? Huh? If I spend the night, we could be together until morning. We might fall asleep, though. We could spend more than 10 minutes together. What do you say? Well, if it's alright with you. Of course it's alright with me. I suggested it after all. Then, please do. Asking me like that? You really are adorable. Oh, please don't pet my head. That's right, you're a lady after all. Ladies need kisses. No. And then I guess the assumption is that they boned in the Fade to Black. Cough? Okay. Oh yeah, she gets sick. My word, you really are overprotective, Caramia. What's the big deal? It's not like I'm ignoring my work. That may be true. Well, I'll cut you some slack. Spending time with her does give you an opportunity for a little change of scenery. I've collected eyewitness reports. Hamlin does appear to be in hiding after all. And in Oz territory, no less. What a bother. Why is he even back here? Homing instinct, perhaps. I don't think he'd gone quite that feral, though. Investigate and find out where he's hiding, please. We need to deal with him before something happens. So the whole bit with him losing his courage happens at some point. Axel, what about over there? Nothing. You? Nope. I lost him. I know he's around here somewhere. Let's not lose focus. Continue the search. If you need to, shoot him.
Ah,
Sir, you're suggesting that we fire guns in this neighborhood?
まあ仕方ないか。いいだろう。ショットガンを壊す許可をやる。
Well, I guess there aren't any other options. Fine, I give you permission to wreck your shotgun again.
その代わり絶対に仕留めろよ。
In return, you better capture him. Got it?
了解です。
Understood. And so then there's this accident that happens. And Chekhov comes along and he fires Axel's sawed-off shotgun. And shoots Caramia. Who is then thrust into the bowels of cowardice. Oh no. Chekhov comes and shoots his gun at Bunny. Alright, I'm almost done. I just have to suture the wound. You've done well. Good go. She should be out of surgery soon. Are you okay, sir? I promised I'd keep her safe. I wasn't lying when I said it. When I said that I would protect Bunny, my precious girl, from everything. I forgot Caramia shot Bunny. That's right. So isn't it kind of ironic? I hurt her. That's funny, isn't it? It was an accident. He didn't do it on purpose. Even so, I still did it. I shot her. I shot her. Caramia, apparently Bunny is awake. I sent the soldate to check on her. What about you, Caramia? Caramia, answer me. I'm not going. I see. What about breakfast? I don't need it. Are you going to stay locked in your room forever? I see. Well, do what you will. I don't think sulking like this is going to do any good, though. And then he ignores us as we continue to grow and heal. It's all weepy. Please get stronger. Mr. Caramia, please get stronger. Huh? Mr. Caramia, you're everyone's Dawn. You're my Dawn. And the Dawn must be strong. But I can't. I'm not capable of being the Dawn. Do you want to lose everything you've worked so hard for? Well, I'm fine if you do. I don't understand. I don't get it. Stop saying things I don't understand. Mr. Caramia, I hate scary things. I don't want to hurt anyone or get hurt. I hate it. Okay. That sucks for you. Especially in one town run by like 6 mafias. Did we do this already? No. Okay. Monet, look. It's a butterfly. It's so cute. Do you like butterflies, Mr. Caramia?
好きとは違うかも。俺が好きなのは君だよ。蝶々は怖くないから。だから平気なだけ。
Like isn't the right word. The one I like is you, after all. But butterflies aren't scary, so I'm okay with them.
蜂とかは怖い。刺されるかもって考えるだけで。
Bees are scary. Just the thought of getting stung makes me shake uncontrollably. I am also slightly scared of bees, despite loving them as a concept. Don't worry, there aren't any bees here.
そうだね。ありがとう。君は優しいね。
Okay. Thank you, you're so nice. That's why I love you. And then all this with the meeting thing happens, and I say okay, and all that happens. I'll be back before you know it. And the thing with Hamelin happens. Welcome, Fräulein, to the estate of Familia Grimm. Although all my Capra Grimms seem to be out. Maybe they're at the meeting, hmm? Oh well, I did just come back into town after all. Kidnapping me isn't gonna do you any good. I was just standing in for him. Standing in? Standing in for what? Well, that has nothing to do with me, Fräulein. In the end, it was you I was after. Me? What do you want me for? What do you mean? Because you seem fun, of course. Otherwise, what would be the point of me coming back? That's right. There is no point. There's no point to anything in this town. Everyone and everything here, they're all just pawns. Even you, Fräulein. Oh, okay. Welcome back, Kitty. Axel. Huh? Where's Bunny? Hamelin kidnapped her on the way back from the meeting. Where? We're conducting reconnaissance now. In all likelihood, they're at the Grimm estate. I'm going with you. You could never manage in the state you're in right now. No, I'm going. I have to. I have to protect her. Time is of the essence. Kitty, lend me your gun. Well then, I'll join you once I assemble the troops. Okay, I'll wait for you there. What's wrong? Not eating? Grimm bread is extremely delicious. It'd be advice not to touch it. If I don't have much time left, I wish you'd say you enjoyed it. Gunshots! They're here. Destiny came early, it seems. Well, Fräulein, It's showtime. Enjoy your front row seat. And then all this happens. Oh, wait. The moment Caramia set foot into Grim territory, he was met by a hail of bullets. He knew that there were plenty of alternative routes he could have taken to sneak past the soldiers, but ultimately his destination remained the same. Troops down here too? It must be Hamelin's doing. There's no point in trying to circumvent them. Alright, a frontal assault agrees with me more anyway. I'll break through by force. He took a deep breath and kicked off the ground. He sprinted while keeping low, minimizing his profile to enemy fire. Like the predator he had once been, he raced through the darkness, heading straight for familiar Grim's mansion. He heard a shot go off right behind him and shifted his body weight to the right to dodge it. Even so, the bullet managed to graze his arm, cutting a burning line across his flesh. This is nothing. Caramia didn't stop. He kept moving forward. Neither being riddled with bullets nor choking on his own blood could have stopped him. He ran, his entire being focused on one singular goal. Hamelin. Oh, if it isn't little Caramia. It's been ages. I hope you've been well. My, you're just covered in blood. I wished you'd put a bit more care into your appearance for our long-awaited reunion. Mr. Caramia. Bunny. Hamelin, let her go. Are you an idiot too? You ought to know what'll happen if you try anything right now. See, I do. I care about her. Give her back. No, I can't give her back yet. Caramia's gun fell from his hand, dropping uselessly to the ground. He held his head in his hands as he fell onto his knees. What? Curious as to why he's in pain? Do you find it strange? You see, I have the power to control animals and children with my pipe. I can do whatever I want with your dear Caramia like this. Mr. Caramia! Caramia was gasping for breath. His gleaming eyes fell to his gun on the ground. Slowly he reached out and picked it up with trembling hands. Oh shit. He awkwardly raised his arm and slowly brought the muzzle to his temple. Boots. No, end yourself. Mr. Caramia, no! Suddenly he threw the gun away, sprung to his feet, and started sprinting. In the blink of an eye, he'd closed the distance between him and Hamelin, grabbing him by the lapels and slamming him into the wall. Thank you, Hamelin. I can move more easily in this form. Shaja, you are a lion after all. How did you break free from my mind control? Oh my god. This is cheesy as hell. The charm from the girl I love is stronger than the sound of your pipe. He's snatched the pipe from Hamelin's hand and tossed it away. His other hand remained clasped around both of Hamelin's, keeping his opponent from fleeing. Are you alright, Caramia? See, somehow. Is Bunny injured? I'm fine. Mr. Caramia came to save me. The Dawn did? What, you don't believe her? After turning Hamelin over to the Soldati, Caramia went back to Bunny. Flesh-dripped blood. I'm gonna take a minute here. Fresh blood dripped onto the floor from his open wounds. Are you really okay, Mr. Caramia? See, this is nothing. Barely a scratch compared to what I did to you. I'm sorry. I can't forgive myself for what happened. It's fine, really. It's fine. Danger goes hand in hand with being by a Mafia Don's side after all, right? If I can't handle that much... Bunny. You went back to normal in no time at all. I'm so glad. See, seems that way. Sorry I let you see my pathetic side. Don't apologize. You were really cute. Like a little kid. Cute? You're much cuter than I could ever be. Mr. Caramia. Mr. Caramia! Could you stop ignoring me and Axel while you flirt? Kiri, sorry for ignoring you, but could you tell me how this gunshot wound looks? I'll dirty my gloves if I touch you like that. Don't touch me, it hurts. But you're so cruel to ignore us. We came all this way to save you. Sorry, you guys. Thanks. Well, I guess we should head back home. Our home. In the woods, in the mansion. Mostly orange. Home. Home. No place like home. That's a good name for this episode, actually. And nope, I'm holding on to it. What a shock that was. To think Caramia could pull that off. Yeah, it was like a bolt of lightning. Indeed, that crybaby bedwetting spoiled lion. Who are you calling a crybaby? And I've never wet the bed. But you literally were bawling and terrified, wasn't he, Axel? That was pretty funny, yes. I'm annoyed that I can't flat out refute that. Well, whatever. Tease me all you want. Today is going to be the best day of my life, no matter what you two do to me. Understood. Then I shall tell abject lies to instill utter terror in all who attend. Let me amend that statement. Please go easy on me, for today, at least. Very well. I will behave. For today. It is your and Miss Bunny's wedding day, after all. Alright. I guess that's that. How do I look, Axel? Like your entire outfit was just set to white and not colored in. Your hair's a mess. You always have such awful bedhead.
悪かったな。これはこういうものだ。つうかお前、俺の髪をずっと寝癖だと思ってたのか?
Sorry, but it is the way it is. And hey, you've always thought I had bedhead and you've never said anything? Wait, you mean you're done getting ready? You look completely serious. Kiri, what do you think of my finest dress? If clothes can make the man, I imagine they could work on an idiot too. I don't think you look half bad. However, perhaps you should button your cuffs and fix your tie. You're such a mess. It's fine like it is. I don't like things tight around my neck. Alright, we should head to the church. The signorina is waiting. Shouldn't it be the other way around? Shouldn't you be there and... Huh? Dr. Robin? Caramia. You look quite different from the usual. Your outfit is almost blindingly white. Quite the contrast compared to you, huh? So you came. Indeed. If a Mafia don't request my presence, I don't exactly have a choice, do I? However, now that I have given my regards to the bride and chatted with the groom, I'm thinking about heading back. My attendance will probably just draw attention. I'm glad I wore my usual headgear. No one will be able to see what kind of face I'm making. Doctor. Please don't get the wrong idea. I wish the very best for you two from the bottom of my heart. Please, enjoy the happiness that I cannot. Is this the first? No, it can't be the first wedding. Maybe it's the first weddings of a, of one of the, regent characters, I guess. See, I will. Like, since that happened. Since the stuff happened. That I will allude to vaguely and not explicitly say. Caramia, do you... And I get married by a pervert. Which is, I guess, normal Catholicism. Darian, you're too quiet. Say it so we can hear you back here. Ane, you're too loud. You're causing everyone trouble. Grrr. Oh, please don't mind my mustard and continue. Can't that little brat keep her trap shut for one day? Oh, look at her! She's so pretty! I think it's kind of nice that she's so energetic. Oh, look at it. Oh, she looks so pretty on her wedding day. Let us continue. Oh, right. Caramia, do you take Bunny to be your lawfully wedded wife from this day forward, for better or worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish till death do you part? I do. Bunny, do you take that... One moment, let me find my correct voice. Bunny, do you take Caramia to be your lawfully wedded husband from this day forward, for better or worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish till death do you part? I'd see... What? Who's trying to cut me off? Oh, for fuck's sake! I found you, my prey. Mr. Caesar! A last act, Mr. Caesar! My word, in this time for all the improper members of the audience... Is this the time for all the improper members of the audience to take the stage? I think you could fit into that category yourself. How rude! It isn't that I don't understand propriety, but that I choose to ignore it. Come to me, my prey. I will tear your head clear off your body today. Things just aren't going smoothly, huh? Well, I guess this is par for the course. Hold on. Cutie, Axel, I'm temporarily suspending the ceremony. Take the guests to a safe place while I entertain Caesar. Understood. I await the delightful farce. Don't call him a farce. He's serious and I have to deal with him in a serious manner. Dolcezza, stay close to me, okay? Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Yes? No. The book has turned green. Hold on. Let me make sure I've got everything I need. 98%. So I think I should be missing 2. Yes. Ooh. So that means next time we will deal with the very end. Y'all have a good day.